The MTD team have landed here at Mazak live event. I couldn't even get into the car park this morning, it was that busy. So what are we going to do today, Gio?
Lyndsey, we're going to go and investigate and see what they're showing. So it's all based around live cutting demonstrations that are showing off the machine tools and their capabilities.
I'm going to speak to some customers as well, and the technology that's here, I mean, we're talking direct diode lasers at fifth axis technology.
Additive manufacturing, iSmart technology, connectivity.
It's happening here. So welcome to this week's Swarf and Chips.
So on show behind me, we've got the i300 AWC. This is a 5-axis machining centre with a pallet loading solution all integrated into one cell. Why would you opt for this style of machine? Well, if you wanted total flexibility, you're a 5-axis machinist, but you want to be able to load a machine and leave it running unmanned, then this is an ideal opportunity. But I'm going to talk about 2 points here. I'm going to talk about the machine itself and then the loader. What's good about this 5-axis? Well, firstly, the tool changer at the back of this machine keeps it well out the way, as you can see it changing now. It also means that you can expand the tool changer up to 500 tools, would you believe? Which means you've got that ability to standardise on your tools. Now you'll see the A-axis tipping and the tool coming down as the gantry moves into place. This means that also, I picked up that swarf fall away is great on this machine because you've got the conveyor at the base, one conveyor which takes the swarf out the back of the machines, and there's no opportunity for the trapping of swarf along the way. Also, with the AWC, you're going to be changing that component, and the door to the right at the moment is where the workpiece changing actually happens. And as well, this is extremely tidy in the way it's been manufactured. The machine itself in movement, this will actually do 60 metres a minute. It's got a 12,000 RPM spindle as standard, and the gantry design that you saw as it moved means you get total stability in your machining working area here. It means that as a result of that, you've also got a bigger Y-axis, 500 millimetres in the Y-axis, so wherever you are in the machining envelope, you get the maximum or the optimum in accurate machining. Jig boring accuracy, I'm told, so you've got a high-speed accurate machine. What about the loading? Well, here, this is where the loading's done. So you would load all your load your 32 pallets through this workstation. This is an HSK 100 support on here, or back end. And then once you've loaded the part, it obviously goes into the storage carousel, and then it's pulled out per job, so you can keep the machine running unmanned. 32 pallets on this machine. In total, the great thing about this is it's totally a Mazak product. In years gone by, you'd buy a 5-axis machine, then you'd buy a solution to automate it. Then you've got all kinds of issues with the integration and the support. You don't have that here. Also, the fact that it is one integrated cell means it's in a much smaller footprint. So what have we got? We've got a loading solution, we've got an automated productivity cell, a 5-axis machining centre, all in one here from Mazak. Very, very impressive. Got to be a highlight for me. This is the i300 AWC.
Gio and I have collared Kieran from Productive. What entices you to this event?
So we're looking at this machine with regards to its power skiving capabilities. It's a project we've recently been working on in relation to an Innovate UK project. So we're just looking at what its capabilities are and how it can enhance our business.
And what have you learned today?
Basically, this machine is fully capable of doing it, but also having spoken to the salesman here, how it can sort of do everything else as well, including all the versatile 5-axis machining and all the other processes, just as well as the power skiving.
So you got multi-use?
Essentially, yeah, multi-use for one machine.
So how is it effectively going to add value to your business?
So to our business, it will add value because we're currently looking at investing in a 5-axis. However, we're not sure what to go for. Having a machine of this calibre, we'd be able to perform power skiving as well as all the other multitude of 5-axis tasks and jobs.
This is an extremely impressive demo on the Mazak HCR 5000S. Now this live demonstration is illustrating the machine's metal removal rate. The machine has a 30,000 RPM spindle with 80 kilowatts of power. The demo is showing a 50mm cutter at 30,000 RPM moving at 18 meters per minute. The removal rate is 3,800 cubic centimeters per minute with a 5.7mm depth of cut in aluminium. Other fantastic features of this machine are the accessibility of the component. The spindle is in an horizontal orientation, which gives you quicker chip-to-chip time, but also great accessibility to the component and great swarf evacuation. It's powered by the smooth control and a great envelope, and all this in such a small footprint. Great live demo to come and see here at Mazak.
I'm here with John Hoyle from Bright Engineering. Thank you very much for the interview, John. John has bought 3 machines today, an Integrax, Variaxis and a horizontal machine. So why choose to purchase all of these machines today?
Well, the support that we've had from Mazak in actually choosing the machines and helping us spec them has really been a strong point from their point of view. It started with a trip to Japan where we were able to look at the machines in assembly and see what kind of quality they can offer.
So what has Japan done for you? What confidence did it give you and why?
I think confidence is the word really. It gave us confidence that they're producing high quality machines fit for the kinds of sectors that we're delivering to. So we're delivering to some safety critical sectors as well as high quality sectors such as aircraft seating and aircraft interiors.
So how many machines do you have in your machine shop?
We've got about 16 or 17 currently.
And how many of those are Mazak?
I'd say a good 75% of those are Mazak machines.
So why have you chosen Mazak over those other companies on these 3 purchases?
I guess it's the support that they've put into actually helping us spec those machines and telling us what we want and perhaps what we don't want as well. So they've helped us look at components we're already producing, how we might make those better, how we might introduce certain efficiencies.
So when you say they've told you what you don't want, explain the logistics of that.
Well, we've actually just won a new contract, which could well turn into a long-term agreement. They've looked at those components and the package around it, and helped us decide the style of machine that we want, technical specification, and pointed us away from a few areas where we were perhaps heading under our own steam.
Yes, we're here at Yamazaki Mazak, and they're known for done-in-one technology, full simultaneous 5-axis machining, but we can't forget the rest of their portfolio, such as the VCN 530C behind me. This one comes integrated with a robot from RoboJob. It's got the Velocidor, which is a servo-driven door to open it much, much quicker. And from the outside looking in, yeah, it looks quite a straightforward solution, but it actually comes with 12,000 RPM, expandable up to 18. It's got 30 tools, again, expandable up to 40, and this job was actually programmed in under 10 minutes using the smooth control. They've got some quite intelligent software called IPM, Intelligent Pocket Milling, and that intelligent pocket milling is their take on tricordial milling. It's their advanced roughing strategy. But like I've previously mentioned, it comes with a RoboJob, fully integrated. It's got 3 zones here. You can see I'm stood outside, but should I get closer, the cycle will reduce to 50%. If I enter zone 2, it temporarily stops the robot, and if I actually enter zone 3, it stops the robot, and it will require human intervention to get it going up again. So it's a vertical machining centre, but it's a vertical machining centre with lots of technology attached to it, so definitely take a look.
So Alan, it's the first year you've chosen to open the Project Engineering Centre. So why have you chosen to do this at this open house event?
Well, typically the Project Engineering Centre is used for development of solutions for our customers, be it integration of automation, fixturing, acceptance tests, etc. So it's where we develop solutions for customers. Opening it this year gives us the opportunity to be more flexible in terms of space and demonstrate our laser products in addition to machine tools. So, for example, this week we're showing the FG220 DDL.
Right, let's have a little look. So, Alan, is there much of a crossover between your machine tool users and your laser machine tool users?
It's certainly growing that way, yes. I mean, a number of our customers now have either come from a use of our machine tools and now looking at investing in lasers, or have invested in lasers, or the other way around, where laser users are now taking on machining or turning, so looking at our other products from the machine tool side of our business. So it is a growing trend, and clearly it's one that we see opportunity to grow further.
Yeah, of course, because you wouldn't be putting all of this, and this is new, this machine here, isn't it? So what's the technology behind this? And sorry, I've got another question for you. Why do you think there is so much of a crossover now?
I think people require full solutions, so the ability to both machine products and also have the ability within their facilities to process materials, especially three-dimensional materials such as this, makes them very attractive in terms of a supply.
Okay, fab. And an example of one of those parts, and can you talk us through the whole process?
Yeah, this is a typical example of a type of part, albeit a demonstration part, that you'd make on the FG220. So we have in-feed, in this case 8 metres, feeding product in, raw material in, which is then processed using the 5-axis capability we have in the machine, which in this case is using direct diode laser to produce these features that you see on this part here. There's also a tapping head, so you can produce tapped features as well. So it really is an extension to our done-in-one philosophy: raw material in, processed, finished part out on the left side of the machine, which is also in this case 8 metres. So it really gives the opportunity to produce parts, particularly for areas like structural components. For example, the roof structures and sports facilities, the Skytree in Japan, those kind of architectural structures are built using products such as this.
It is so lovely to hear the end products as well. So new technology, what exactly is it that is inside this machine that is so brand new?
What we've done is migrate the direct diode laser technology into this product. So we have it on our 2-dimensional products, and we now have it also in our 3-dimensional, the FG220. And that really gives us more efficiency, ability to cut differential materials. So it really is a step forward in laser technology that gives the customer much more efficiency, savings in terms of manufacture. So the next generation, latest generation of laser technology.
And this behind me is an illustration of expandability, and that's not Joe after the lunch he's just had, which I can tell you is pretty good here as well. This is showcasing the fact that you can integrate a much bigger tool changer to your machine at Mazak, hundreds of more tools, which gives you much more flexibility. You standardise on your tooling, but you do need to talk to Mazak about what machines they can actually add this as an addition to. But on this particular demonstration here, we're on a J600. This is a 5-axis machine. It's actually a 3+2 machine. It's a bit of a workhorse, this one, a big meaty 5-axis travelling column style. You can see the way the table is designed on this, the A-axis, or the trunnions front to back, which means the A-axis can tip both sides, which would make your machining faster because you can get from point to point slightly quicker, but you can also then load this table through the left-hand side of the machine if you were to get an FMS system or an automation solution as well. But overall, it's a bigger 5-axis solution. You get 500 kilograms on the table. It's an 11-ton machine. And as we can't forget to mention, it's powered by this rather fascinating Smooth G touchscreen control, which I've got to tell you is really drawing the attention here this week. We've spoken to Mazak customers that have seen significant improvements in their cycle times as a result of the new smooth control technology. So here, an illustration of the adaptability of Yamazaki, the fact that you can have a machine tool as good as this one and actually expand your tool changer. But as I say, you need to talk to the guys here about which machines this applies to.
I'm with Den and Adrian from Katrien Engineering. We last met at the MAC event earlier on.
We did indeed, Lyndsey.
And I met your son.
Yeah.
So what brings you today to this Mazak open house event?
Well, we've got a great relationship with Mazak for a start, but it's the innovation that draws us always to Mazak. They've always got something new, and to keep up with technology, we like to see it.
And did you go to the seminar earlier on today?
No, we missed that, unfortunately.
Oh no,
Yeah.
but you've got something out of today, because at the end of the day, you're leaving your workshop to come here. You might purchase a machine in the future. So what's the draw?
The draw today, Lyndsey, I would say it's the more integrated technologies we're looking at, the automation that Mazak are bringing at the moment. And when we last met with Gio and he came to our factory, we were in the process of buying an Integrex J200, and that integration of technology has been superb to us. And now we're looking at probably increasing that, or another one for future. So that's why we're here today. So
well, that's what it's all about. And they always say, you know, every day you learn something new, don't you? And you know, you could potentially.
I've been working for 55 years in the same company, and I'm still learning, Lyndsey.
That is perfect, Dan. That's what it's all about.
It's what it's
and
all
having
about.
a laugh as well.
And having a laugh, always enjoy your work, because if you don't enjoy your work, it's no point doing it.
I totally agree. Yeah. And also, I'm one for saying if you enjoying it, you're getting the most out of it. And you come into an event like this, you're networking, you're finding out more, and you're having some lovely hospitality.
Absolutely. We always feel so welcome at Mazak, Mazak UK and anywhere in the world with Mazak. But Mazak UK always, they bring so much to what we do into our light of world of engineering, and they've always got a solution for us as well. We've been discussing today with one of the applications engineers how we can get over a problem, and we've come up with a solution. So it's been well worth it, actually.
It's priceless.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for today.
You're welcome, Lyndsey.
Safe journey home.
Thank you, MTD.
Thank you, MTV. You're great, MTV. I watch you every time it comes on my internet.
Yay!
What are the reasons for you coming to the Mazak Open House this week?
We're coming to see the machines that are on show, and obviously we're looking at buying both mills and lathes to go into our place.
Do you know what type of lathes and mills that you're looking for yet?
Not the actual configuration, but we're looking at certain size ranges that fit our product range.
What are your considerations in potentially choosing Yamazaki Mazak?
We're a rubber molder, and we're looking at bringing our tool making in-house. So the amount of machining that we propose to do will give us a much broader range of product and speed. So it's about getting product to the customer faster and being in control of that part of the process.
And are you impressed with what you've seen so far today?
Yeah, the product range is very diverse and goes from quite small to quite large. We have an envelope that we want to cover, and the machines will easily cover that working envelope.
I've got Wayne Boucher here from Masstech. Wayne, your whole machine shop is full of Mazaks, isn't it?
Yeah, hi Lyndsey. We love Mazak. We find that they're great machines, and we just keep coming back and buying more.
How many machines have you got now?
We've got 3, and we've got 1 on order, and we're just about to order another one.
Wow. Okay, what draws you to this event?
We've come to the open house basically to look at the next machine that we're looking at ordering. We're trying to find out some of the options that are available. We're trying to see some machines that are in the factory and having a look at how other people have tooled them up and what work holding they've put on them.
Oh, that's quite interesting about how other people tool them up, because at the end of the day you can read the catalogues, but why do you find it so useful to speak to the engineers from Mazak?
I think really you need to get in front of the machines and you need to see them cutting metal and see them in action. I think that's the best way to sort of get to know the machine. And at the open house all the machines are running, most of them are cutting metal, so it's just great being here and talking to other Mazak engineers who are running the machines.
And what have you learned today?
Well, this machine here is the i300 AWC. We've got one of these on order. It's due for delivery in January. I've been looking at work holding and tooling that's in the machine. So it's just basically been talking to reps and suppliers of work holding and tool holding about what we can do with our machine.
And something else that adds to the whole Mazak experience, you've been to Japan, haven't you?
Yes, they've just taken me over to Japan for a week, along with some other MDs of other engineering companies. We've done factory tours of all the Mazak factories. We actually went to the Inabi plant in Japan, which is their new factory, and just seeing how they've set that up, it was just absolutely unbelievable. And seeing all the engineers there working on the machines and seeing all the checks and everything they have to do on them just gives you that total assurance and peace of mind when you're running the machines.
So, Alan, I couldn't even get into the car park this morning. What's the draw? Why has this event this year, 2018, been so popular for you?
We've always had a very popular event in November, but this one really has been surpassed all expectations. I think one of the reasons is we've combined lasers and machine tools together, so really provided an event where people from across the breadth of UK industry can come and learn something. We're also having some very renowned keynote speakers on each day. For example, the MPL has also given it a little bit more of interest. So we're really pleased with what's happened this week and excited about the information we've given to our customers.
So fill us in, because this is to do with what's going on in Paris at the moment with measurement.
Yeah, the NPL, or National Physical Laboratory, is a company we started working with at MAC 2016. And they've now installed 5 of our machines in their facility in Teddington. And it was announced a couple of weeks ago that the kibble balance has now replaced le kilo as the official standard for measurement of weight. So we're really pleased that the global standard for weight is made on Mazak products.
I would be very pleased with that. Now, what else is here then?
We've got a range of products, but probably the key highlight for this show has been the UK launch of the FG220 laser. That's a 3D laser which enables us to process parts up to 8 meters in length in terms of profiling them, and typically used in construction or items such as perhaps gym equipment. Those kinds of parts where you've got very long input of material, processing in 5-axis, perhaps with tapping, and then output into the conveyor on the other side, which again can be of varying lengths depending on the application.
So last year a lot of it was all about your theme, shall I say, was about automation. What's changed?
Well, automation's still here in abundance, and it's still a growing part of our business. All aspects of manufacturing, from automation, manufacturing in terms of machining itself, and also the factory management is a key part of that with our iSmart concept. So Mazak Live really wraps all of those key elements of manufacturing into one show for both laser and machine tools.
Oh, it certainly has been exceptionally busy. How's the year been for you?
It's been another great year. 2017 was exceptional, and 2018 I think is going to be also of a similar level. So we're really pleased with how the UK economy is developed and maintained, given issues in Europe. But yeah, we've been really pleased with how the UK manufacturing scene and the way we've interacted with it has gone through 2018.
I think tonight you can sleep well tonight and lift your legs up and maybe have a glass of wine.
Maybe one or two.
Thanks for watching us here at the Mazak Live event. I personally love hearing the customers' feedback, real true information on how Mazak treat their customers, and it is such a phenomenal company. Now, I'm going to wrap up in 2 ways. One, I'm going to go get my jacket because it is freezing outside, and 2, I'm going to wrap up the show by saying thank you for watching this week's Swarf and Chips. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you want to watch any previous episodes, click on the links on the screen, and as we always say, keep those spindles turning.